Uh, can y'all tell me what happened?
Report live, 7 days a week, always on time, but his time is not free. Sirwalterj Jones, always on fleek. Latest trending topics, had you jumping out your seat. Controversial subjects, others can't touch it. Community full of people throwing rocks from the bunkers to politics, finance, music, and religion. Stirring up the poverty, bring healing to the village. Son named Walter, daughter named Rebecca. Grew up on the south side, who knew it better. Sirwalterj Jones, from the Tribeca. He got something to say, put your hands together.
The water's fine.
Hello, everybody. Sirwalterj Jones Show. I'm here. It is the midday connection, baby. Come on in the water fine. Woo! It is a rumble in Manila. It's a thriller in Manila. It is the rouse in the White House. Ooh, Zelenskyy with Zelenskyy. Man, let me tell you, it was a bump with Donald Trump. I was watching the news, minding my own business, eating my curds and whey. And there I was looking at this, and I said to myself, what is it? I'll ask that question in a minute, because some of y'all may not have seen this. It's crazy stuff right here.
What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
that.
You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's backed you far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once? This entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition.
Have you said thank you? Have you walked up to our dear leader and kissed his ring? Have you tied his shoelaces? Have you bowed to him? Have you demeanored yourself and groggled? That is what the vice president is doing right now. Cameras are rolling, and this is the opportunity for him to show off for his boss. That's what's happening here. Ooh, to the wee, I have never seen anything like this played out on television in American politics. Y'all, this is only the beginning of the stuff we're going to see for the next 4 years.
In October, offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country is in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning.
I know.
You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't been
in this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment, and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave, but they had to use...
He called Biden stupid to that stupid president. Y'all, this is why he got voted in, because there are 80 million Americans who he's speaking for here.
Our military.
What about
if you didn't have our military equipment,
you invited me
if you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you.
Say thank you.
I said a lot of
except that there, except
to
that,
American people.
except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards.
Thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying. You're running low on soldiers. Listen, you're running low on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing. And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look. If you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
With guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't with me. That wasn't with me. That was with a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person. That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice.
At this moment, you saw Zelensky turn his face because he realized, what the hell did I just do? Y'all got to read this body language here. Zelensky probably would be somebody like me. Did he go to the White House to kiss up to Trump? No. He went to the White House for help, like he went to the White House during the Biden administration. His people are dying. So he went there, whoever was going to be in office, to continue to rally the American people to help him save his country, all right? And then he heard from these two people who was saying things he knew was untrue, and to sit there and allow them to say things, it's difficult to sit there. And I've been in meetings like that when the pastor is saying one thing and the first lady is saying the same kind of thing, but more emotionally. The pastor is the vice president. The first lady, that is Vance. And the pastor is Trump, and they both going at me, and I'm sitting there, and Holy Spirit is saying, don't say nothing. But my flesh is saying, if you don't say something, they're going to think you a punk. So I was Zelensky in that kind of meeting. And then I went off on everybody in that room. I almost said, y'all can kiss but the Holy Spirit said, don't use that word because I saved you. You know, y'all, you know what? Y'all keep treating me like this. All y'all going to hell. I mean, I had to say something. So then after a while, when you start hearing them now go go further hard at you because now they know you ain't no punk, so they trying to prove each other, and they trying to fluff their feathers. Then I finally listened to the Holy Spirit and said, "Shh, be quiet, just be quiet. You're gonna go home in a minute." Zelensky, notice he finally turns his face to Trump and says, "You know what? I think I better be quiet." Let's see. Let's see.
All those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards, but without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mark.
He was caught. Zelensky was caught. Zelensky is between a rock and a hard place because Ronnie Buchanan's father, Donald Trump, was strong-arming him. And he knew that he needed to humble himself at this moment because Donald Trump has got the whole world in his hand, and he about to screw it all up. Our other allies is watching this and saying, "I'm not going to that White House. I'm not going." Great Britain was there yesterday. France was there a few days ago. And everybody who goes to that White House is nervous because they don't know what this man's going to say. And each one of them have to correct Trump because France had to correct Trump. Trump said, no, they paid up, and they got paid up. And France was like, all due respect, sir, no, we got our money, we good. Trump was like, well. So Zelensky is caught in a really peculiar situation. I'm praying for that nation based off of who's in the White House right now. Man, we're so screwed.
Vice President, I'm sorry.
It's going to be a tough deal to make because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do we do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect.
What a bully. I feel your pain, Zelensky. What a bully. Bully. Sharon Thomas, girl, listen. You trying to act perfect, ain't you? You're really trying to act perfect, sitting here trying to let everybody know that you're perfect. You need to stop. This bully right here, and Zelensky is sitting there in the fiery furnace of American politics. I feel for him. Woo.
Obama, they respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony.
And that's right, Donald. He thought that Zelensky was going to come and kiss his ring. And Trump said to you Trumpsters out there that I was going to fix all of this on day one. I was going to stop the war with Russia and Ukraine day one. Can y'all tell me how many days he's been the president? And everything he's doing has everything to do with nothing to do, that is, with your bottom line, meaning helping you in your bottom line. Everything he's doing is actually hurting you all. He's hurting you all, and the focus is on foreign affairs, yet your taxes are high, your eggs are high, your housing, your rent is high, your mortgages, everything is high. He made a promise. You said the man made a promise. You went in that poll and you voted him in. And now you all are still doubling down. Here's the thing with you people who are liars here in the comment section. You Trumpsters, you all are liars. You know why? Because I can guarantee you that all of you who voted for Donald Trump, when you're not keyboard warriors like Ronnie, and Sharon and the rest of you fools. When you're not keyboard warriors and you're not in the public trying to kiss this man's behind, when you're at home alone with your family, you're crying. You're saying, geez, what did I do? See, they can't tell you on here in the comment section that they're nervous about their future. They can't say that. But when they are alone, when they're taking a shower, Ronnie's in the shower crying. What the hell did I do? Now I got to act like I'm bold when the Sirwalterj Jones come on. Oh my God, I'm about to lose everything. My wife worked for the government and she lost her job. And now my cousin, he lost his job. Now my other cousin it got to tell the real president, Elon Musk, 5 things that he did this week to satisfy his what am I going to do? Then he gets here on Sirwalterj Jones show. Trump, my man. Trump 2025. I need my butt scratcher so bad. Where's my butt scratcher? These niggas are lying. You're lying. Let's go back because that righteous indignation together.
That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States.
Some bull right there. Trump want those minerals. Trump, no. That there is some precious resources there and he wanted because Trump is a businessman. He's a businessman. Y'all voted for a businessman. You thought you was voting for a non-politician and outsider. You a fool. Because who hires a carpenter, so-called, for a carpentry job and this guy don't even know how to hold a hammer. He can't saw. He don't know what a nail is. But because he's an outsider, you hired him to build a house. And it looked like something that the Three Stooges built. You all are fools because you don't know how this works. How ridiculous. Trump wants that mineral and he is only bargaining with him because he wants Ukraine to pay United States back, and he's trying to make a deal here because he's a dealer, a wheeler and a dealer, and he's a shyster, and he's what you call those folks who always hawking stuff, who always selling stuff. He's selling gold cards now, and he's selling Bibles, and he's selling shoes, and every month he got to sell something. He's a grifter, and y'all voted for a grifter who's constantly. Businesses were failing, and then you wanted to vote. You voted for somebody for a job that's supposed to be a job for someone who have a political experience, who know enough about world affairs and what's going on geopolitically. But y'all voted for him, and he's ruining you, and you all can't even afford to survive right now. And he's talking about Zelensky is going to push us into World War III. Trump is going to push nations into World War III. He and his crazy vice president, y'all can miss me. Delete the show or unsubscribe to me. Go in the corner and cry because this right here is embarrassing. I'm first and secondhand embarrassed. Let me tell you what's going on here. Donald Trump have always been scared of Vladimir Putin. Always. He's not only afraid of him, he's in love with him. When people come over to my show on my wall and they only show up when I talk about politics, they are in love with me. I think Ronnie loves me. Ronnie, I'm not gay. I need you to know. But I think Ronnie loves me. These people are in love with me because they only come and comment when I'm talking about their dear leader. Donald Trump proved to you all before he got in office the first time that he was in love with Kim Jong-un. Went over there, first president to cross over that border, and went over there and they made love. You better believe he did. And then and all these dictators, he just loved them because he wanted to rule the United States like a dictator. And then y'all put him back in office, and Putin got something on Trump. Putin know where the dead bodies are. Putin was on that island with that other fool, okay, before he committed that thing. Putin got something on Trump. Trump is nervous. He also is in love with him. And so for him to take Putin's words over our dearly beloved allies says something about this man and how he's going to continue to run this country like a dictator. And when he told y'all, I'm going to be dictator day one, y'all said, well, he was just kidding. You are a false prophet. That man meant what he said. He is going to be a dictator, number one, day one. And then 2 weeks ago, or last week, he said that Zelenskyy not only started the war, he said that Zelenskyy was a dictator. And his own Republicans had to say, crap. Those Republicans, every day, at home, in the shower with Ronnie, what the hell? I've got to. How long do we have to keep this up? How long, Lord? How long we got to keep this up? And then they go to work, and then they say Trump is my guy, and all these nasty fools who he's putting over all of these important offices in government, over these agencies, they all got in, no matter what they did. They all got in. Why? Because the Republicans are scared stiff because they're afraid if they go against Trump, they're going to lose office and Trump's going to embarrass them. Trump's going to post their phone numbers and all this stuff. Trump loves dictators. So he calls Zelenskyy a dictator. And then yesterday, the news, the day before yesterday or yesterday, they asked him a question. So do you still think Zelenskyy is a dictator? You know what his words was? Did I say that? We screwed. We're screwed. Y'all hear me? We screwed. And these folks in the comments section got Trump's juices on their lips. And guess what part of his body? All those juices. You think I care? Y'all can miss me. I'm Thug Life today. Y'all can miss me. They not like us. Y'all can miss me. I'm sick of you. Now let's talk about you black folks. You African Americans, you Negroids. Since we was on that side, now let's come over on your side, because I'm sick of you too. Let's look at this mess right here. I know y'all was sending me this crap. I know everybody and their mama was lining up with Jamal Bryant in Atlanta, Georgia, and Brother Al Sharpton because y'all don't want to buy nothing. There's a place for y'all, and if I had the power to put y'all in that place, y'all better pray for me today because I'm getting ready to cuss. 24-hour blackout on Friday. That's today from 12 a.m. to 11:59. You Negroes. This is the first step to counter the attack of DEI. Do not make any purchases. Do not shop online. No Amazon, no Walmart, no Best Buy, no McDonald's, fast food, no gas, no major retailers. Do not use a credit card for non-essential spending. Try to buy all the needed Look at this right here. This right here. This crap right here. I thought Al Sharpton was educated. I thought he was smart. I thought he was intelligent. This is the dumbest thing I've seen since the last time y'all did a blackout. Only buy essentials of necessary. If you must spend, only support small local businesses. Why does this matter? Corporate and corporations and banks only care about their bottom line. Disrupting the economy for even one day sends a powerful message. If they don't listen, we make the next blackout longer. Our numbers are powerful. This is how we make this. Please share. Listen. This right here, try to buy all you need before Friday. I'm not an economist, and sometimes I don't know how to count to 5. But that is the dumbest line in this whole blackout, boy-out, whiteout. It's basically a whiteout. That was the dumbest line. You know why that was the dumbest line? Because Target and all these other places know you black folks. They know you all are consumers. They know you just gotta have. They know it. That's how they become wealthy, off of your money, off of the back of you black folks. And what you gonna do, what you did was, yesterday, Thursday, you did exactly what he told you to do. You stocked up yesterday, which means you bought double. So today you're not gonna buy nothing. Tomorrow, if you didn't buy yesterday, tomorrow you're gonna stock up and buy double. Guess what? Target is laughing at you fools. Thug life, man. Thug life. Thug life, man. Straight thug life. I'm A-minoring y'all right now. They laughing at you fools. They laughing. They like, we are not going to lose any money. As a matter of fact, we're going to make our bottom line. This is Black Friday for us. Because these Negroes stocked up. One day. Y'all ain't living in the 60s. You can't properly boycott nothing today. Let me tell y'all something. The 50s, when they boycotted the bus line there in is that Birmingham, dumb black folks came together so tough that they did not ride that bus for a whole year. It got so bad that it was bankrupting the transit system there in Birmingham. And black folks came together and they were either walking to work in school or they was, picking up folks, carpooling, riding their bicycles and motorcycles and all kind of stuff. Montgomery, not Birmingham. Thank you, Ron. I mean, a whole year. And you saw videos of a white man driving the bus with nobody on it. And they said, we can't do this anymore. Negroes, please, we need you. And they desegregated them bus. That era and that time in history is over. If you wasn't around, I'm sorry. It's over. Black people only come together when you want to do something stupid. And you botch that up. You raise millions of dollars for the Democratic Party to get this woman voted in. And guess what? She didn't make it. Guess what? When it was time to vote, a lot of your children didn't vote because you never told them how important voting was. All those millions of dollars now is sitting in the coffers of the Democratic Party. You got Trump. And guess what? You was able to, for 2 and 3 days, raise millions of dollars. The women came together first and raised that first million. The men came together the second time, raised that other million, and it was crazy. And there still are poor people in your family, in your neighborhood, in your churches. And you might be poor yourself. and you struggling, but you sure gave your money, didn't you? The only time black people come together is for something either stupid, dumb, not worth nothing, or a funeral. Funeral. You ain't seen your uncle in years. You ain't seen your nephew in years. Let somebody die in your family. Everybody gonna show up to one church, and everybody gonna be talking about how great this man was, this woman was. Gonna try to jump in the casket. You black folks, you ain't together. You ain't been together since. So this Al Sharpton DEI boycott is a freaking joke. Because I went outside today and rode around the neighborhoods because I'm I Spy. I put my hood on, Thug Life, and I put on some Kendrick Lamar. I was riding around. I'm just driving around. And I'm pulling in front of all these stores. Guess who I saw in all the white stores? Negroes. They in there buying. I want this and I want this. I kept driving. Over there to Walmart. And the parking lot is full. Ain't no white folks live over there. You Negroes can't come together for nothing. I'm so sick of you. I'm sick. I'm sick to my stomach. You make me puke. My butt stopped itching because it just can't itch no more. So now I got to puke. Talking about some DEI boycott plan. You ain't got a personal plan? Huh? You ain't got a plan to show up your family by teaching them about how to invest? You don't have a retirement plan, black folks? Y'all can't come together and show the people how to do what white folks doing? Huh? I had a meeting with a pastor last night. He brought his whole church on, not his whole church, but his family, that is. He brought his family on a Zoom call. He said, Brother Jones, I want you to teach my family, his daughters, his sisters, all right, how to invest in the stock market. I want my daughters to be ready so when it's time for them to retire, they'll have some money. And we spent 2 hours on Zoom teaching his people how not to beg, pastors, how not to beg the people for tithe and offerings. And these people are struggling. But if you teach the people what to do with the 90, you ain't got to worry about the 10. All y'all doing is focusing on the 10, the 10, the 10. And then with the 90, you tell them give a little bit of that 90 and give it to over here because we got this anniversary here and we got this little thing going on here and we got this little, we got a sacrificial offering over there. All right. So you robbing and pillaging the people. But if you show the people what to do with the 90 that's left and how they could invest it and have great returns, you will never have to beg the people for 10. Because most times, most churches only beg the people for the 10 because they know that is assured. They know that is a tax. That's what tithe is. It's a tax. And you got to pay your taxes or you will possibly go to prison. So the church got a prison system. It is called hell because there are churches, when I came up, they said, if you don't pay your tithe, you will go to hell or God is going to come and take your money. Your car going to explode. Your lights going to get shut off. Your gas going to get shut off. Your son going to be lost in the hole down in some kind of well and all kind of stupid stuff because God going to get his money because he's like the mafia. He's the IRS. So a tithe becomes a tax to the people because it's truly overtaxing and the people can't afford it, but they're afraid if they don't pay this tax that God is going to send them to hell. Y'all are some darn fools. How long you going to be a fool? How long, churches, are you going to be a fool? Black folks, how long you going to be a fool? How long? These stupid whiteouts ain't never worked. Blackouts, y'all call them blackouts, but they whiteouts. They ain't never worked since 1975. They don't work. Y'all are not together. I don't think you'll ever be together again. Ever. So I met with the man and I said, here's what you need to do. You need to get you an account I don't care if it's Robin Hood. I don't care if it's Acorn. I don't care if it's Moo Moo. I don't care if it's Fidelity. I don't care if it's Schwab. Get you an account and attach your bank to it and stop sitting on all this money. And you're just spending it and you're just paying bills. And white folks got their young people making all this interest on this money year after year after year. They don't have to work as hard as you do. And you need to delay your gratification. Take your bike to work, walk to work, catch the bus or do something like that. But you think you just got to have the latest stuff and you're living check to check to check. The average black folks live check to check. Next check is already spent. 2 checks that's coming, it's already spent. You understand what I'm saying? Instead, all you got to do is go over to your account where you've been putting that money away since you was 21. When you got your first paper route job, all you got to do is look at your 401k, look at your Roth IRA. Look at your S&P 500, your mutual fund through your ETFs. Okay, it's just that easy. You can save up money for a Louis Vuitton bag or a Prada bag or some Nike gym shoes or the latest this and the latest that. You don't need that crap because the day is going to come when it's going to get old, you're going to try to replace it. And if you could just put that money towards your retirement, then you won't have to be worried about, you know what? DEI, Target decided not to focus on the diversity, equity, inclusion. So we're going to do a blackout. Negro, you ain't got to do no blackout if you build your own Target. Y'all got to let me cuss. If I cuss just one time, will y'all forgive me? Huh? Can somebody Google how many black banks there are in America? How many black banks in America? Probably about 20? Huh? About 20 maybe? 21, 22, 23? Huh? How many black banks are there in America? Because I can tell you how many is in Chicago. Can somebody Google how many black people live in Chicago? I want to see the stats right here. I got time, Negroes, I got time. How many black folks live in Chicago? And then number 2, how many black banks are here? Because when I was young, we had several black banks. All right, I got a number here. 22. I got 22. Can I get another number? About 22 black banks in the United States of America. 22. Now, how many black folks live in America? Can you put that in the Google spheres and tell me how many? How many Negro, African American, colored folks live in America? And all y'all got is 22 banks. There's 50 states. You can't have at least one bank per state? It's 22? And Chicago got 1. And that 1 is struggling. It's struggling. 20 banks as of 2022. Now that's a darn shame. And y'all crying over Target and Walmart? 41 million, Keena said. That's how many black folks in the United States of America? 41 million? All right, Elaine got 36 black-owned banks and credit unions. Now, some of those banks are probably in churches. And some of them are so small, they call them a bank. And some of them count as banks, what have you, okay? So, some of them are like private banks. But I think the numbers are in the 20s. That's ridiculous. 41.31 million black folks in America, and you got 25 banks, okay? You got 25 banks? There are 769,000 black folks in Chicago. And there are 22 black banks in America. There's 769,000 Negroes live in Chicago. And 99% of us got our monies in white banks. Why? Because the black banks that we had, they shut down. We wasn't supporting them, or they were owned by one family. Seaway National Bank was the last of the Mohicans. And they had a fundraiser where the people were all blackish all of a sudden. This is right before the pandemic, and everybody, including myself, was depositing money in that black bank just to support our own. And guess what happened to Seaway National Bank? It got sold. It got sold. So there's only one left on 47th and King Drive, I believe it is. And that one right there is not even, they're not even American. They're African boys. I am ashamed. It is sad. I know Sheila, everybody want to cuss. So Al Sharpton, Jamal Bryant, and whoever else, y'all can miss me with this stuff. Because I do not need to be running to these stores every day, leaning on them for all of my sources and needs. I make my own money sitting at this sacred desk right here. I sit here and I write, and the Holy Spirit gives me what to write, what to say. He gives me ideas and structure and witty inventions. Right here at this resolute desk, every morning I sit here and say, now Holy Spirit, pour into me what to say, what to do, what to produce, what to create. And there I go, I get the creating. And then I get a paycheck. And then I put that money into my accounts. I have several of them. And when it's time for me to retire, I won't have to work another day in my life. But I'll keep investing. But I am investing in my own children. My children will not be poor. Y'all understand? So I teach them the wisdom to make their own monies instead of following you all on these ridiculous blackouts that don't work because you Negroes are at the store standing in line. I'm telling you, I was riding down the street and I was lean back. And I had some Kendrick on. My nigga. I had the windows raised down. I had the sunroof up. I wanted to be one of you Negroes. You nigga. They were like, hey, my man. All right, old school. I said, hey, what's going on, my Negroes? What's going on? Bloop, 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 bloop. And I was taking pictures. Look at these fools. I thought this was blackout. What y'all doing in this line? I thought this was blackout. Y'all get on my nerve. It ain't working. Because tomorrow, you same Negroes gonna be standing in a longer line because, I'm so glad the blackout is over. We did all right, didn't we? We did all right. And Jamal and Al Sharpton gonna crunch the numbers, and they gonna lie to y'all on their little program and say, now, I would like to tell you black folks that the Lord has came through. This is Jamal Bryant. And through the perpetuation of aggregation or come togetherness, watch this. I have determined that after I crunched the numbers, black folks decided not to go into the mine's hole. Everybody, yeah, come on, preach. Amen. Women falling out. Preach. Say them words, Jamal. And as I sit here at my desk, thinking of how I must redress my stupidity, because that's what it is. I've come to notice by reading all of the testimonials that have come from all over Maine and Georgia and California, and even Afghanistanians decided to do a blackout. Y'all don't hear me. Shut up, you fool. We have tallied the numbers, and we have collectively saved $1,500,600.33. Come on, give God some praise. You jackass. And tomorrow, that's how much you're going to spend at the store. What they lost, they going to get it tomorrow because you jackleg Negroes. I'm so sick of y'all. I'm sick. And I didn't get a chance to cuss. I had some half cusses in there. I had a few half cusses in there, so I get credit. Go to patreon.com, Sirwalterj Jones Show, and hang out in the finance room. It's $5. A cup of coffee at Starbucks is how much? I don't know, because I don't drink that nasty stuff. It's $5. And I have poured my heart out every single day, or at least Monday through Friday, in that finance room, giving y'all everything I know about what's happening, what can happen, what must happen in your home. I've taught y'all everything from budgeting to how to do individual investing, to investing in the index funds, to investing in cryptocurrencies, to telling you how much of a scam 401k can be, and how to set up an account at Fidelity and Schwab, and everything I can think of. When you all are afraid and you're fearful and you're doubtful, I tell y'all this is the time to buy. I give you all kind of Warren Buffett phraseologies, and I tell y'all that, I talked about Nancy Pelosi and what she's doing and what she's buying. All this stuff for $5 measly. And let me tell you, a lot of you folks are over there and you don't watch the videos. I know you don't, because I can see. It's called algorithm. And that other word, there's another word in there. And I can see that you don't watch it. You signed up. You've been in there for months and you don't watch it. But the people I see who are watching it, and they're getting it, and they're investing, and when the market dips, they buy more, because the stock market been around since 1792. Go ahead and Google it. 1792. And it ain't going nowhere. And when it crashes, more millionaires are made when it crashes. Because the stock market is the only place where people complain when it's on sale. I'll never understand that. What woman goes to a department store and sees 70% off and say, I wish they would sell this stuff for full price? That's what y'all do when you're in the stock market. You got some money in Palantir, and now it fell all the way down to $80, and you're like, oh man, it's dipping, it's dying, it's crashing. Let me get out. The smart investors say it's down to only $80. Shoot, that's on sale. And they go in there and rack up. And then sometimes 24 hours later, it went from $80 to $130. And then you say, crap, I sold. And I got out because I was fearful. And Warren Buffett said, when people are fearful, that's when you need to be greedy. So when I see that stock market drop, XRP was last night $1.98. I said, I got to find some money. I'm going in my breath purse. I called baby girl, it's dropping. What do you do? She said, I guess I got to buy. Yeah, baby, find some money. Go in the couch, in the pillow cushions. Go down there. It might be $5 in there. Buy. Buy as much as you can, baby girl. Buy as much as you can. It's on sale. Because the day is going to come when that thing is going to make you so much money. You're going to hit yourself upside the head and say, the community told me, they warned me, they told me, and I got out because I don't know how this works. And I keep telling y'all that when you're part of a community that's doing this, we see where the money is going, because they're called whales. A whale They call whales because when they go in the water, when they're already in the water, when they do all this stuff and the tail does this, and when the whale hit the water, the whale tail hit the water like that, everything behind it gets damaged, gets blown away. That's why they call them whales. So the whales is pushing the market down because they're buying by the billions of dollars. The institutions are buying by the billions and they're pushing it down. They're manipulating the market. You know why they're doing it? To push you out. They don't want you in there. They call your money dumb money. They call retailers. They want to get you out of there so they can get the bag. And I keep telling y'all, don't fall for that mess. Don't fall for it. We got computers. We've got software. We can see how much money the whales are putting into these stocks. Don't do it. Don't get out of there. Stay. You ain't lost until you sold. Unless you sell, you didn't lose. That's all in the $5 room, y'all. And y'all won't watch it. So for those of you asking, where is and how do I get there? It's right here on the screen. I never can understand how people be emailing me and say, hey, how do I get on Patreon? I'm like, when you watching the show? Yes. This thing been on the screen for at least 15 minutes. It's right here. That's the website right there. Do you want me to put www too? You don't got to do that no more. It's right here. And every day we tell you, here's what you do. Here's what you don't do. Here is the time to settle your money. Here's the time to take a profit. Oh, here's right here. Buy this stock and hold it. Don't you hold it. Hold it. All right, let's see. So what do we do as a collective in the anti-minority that doesn't involve? I just. How long was this show? It was 52 minutes. I just told you. Watching with a husband. Yeah, I like you. I like you. I just told you. You don't need to go to Patreon. No, YouTube is your friend. YouTube is your friend. But here's the thing. A lot of people don't know what to look for on YouTube because it is filled with all kinds of manipulation, like how your pastor manipulates you. It's filled with all kind of stuff and wild predictions on XRP gonna be $1,000 next week, all kind of stupid stuff. And people fall for that kind of crap. I'm sorry to tell you, that's not happening. All right? So we tell you, okay, here are the real numbers because I'm a part of a community. I pay thousands of dollars a year to be in communities so that you don't have to. And you won't even give me $5. When I do those market briefs at the end of my uploads in the finance room, the little market briefs every day, I pay $3,000 a year for that. $3,000. So you don't have to. All those videos that's not YouTube that I be playing, I pay thousands of dollars a year to be a part of these communities. So you don't have to. And all I'm asking you for is $5 because I know where the bodies are. So you can go to YouTube and type in whatever you need, and you're going to see a whole lot of stuff, and you're going to start buying coins, and you're going to lose your shirt. And then you're going to come back and say, Brother Jones, you told me, and I'm not even going to say I told you so. I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to say, well, you learned your lesson. Come, let me let me kiss your wounds. Black folks, you spent hundreds of dollars to try to get a woman in office, and it didn't work, and your money is gone, and she didn't win. And I'm asking you for $5 to show up your house and help you to invest in your future, and you're like, well, that's too much money. Listen, Al Sharpton want y'all to do a blackout. Go join Al Sharpton. I'm going to go, y'all. I'm going to teach the Bible study tonight in the upper room, because we got several rooms. We got a room for you. There's a room for you there in Patreon. I'm going to go to the upper room and teach a little Bible study tonight, and then do something else in my life. Because we are a strong community on Patreon, and we stick together. Then on the weekends, we have what's called movie night. Every Sunday night at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, we come together and enjoy movies together. It's typically about between 70, 80, 90, 100 of us, and we just sit in the room and we watch the movie together live. It's a wonderful community, and that don't cost you nothing. I can't charge for those movies anyway. That's against the law. But we play those movies and we just have a great time in the movie room. So you ain't got to buy nothing. Just be a part of the community. We love on each other over there. We love to teach each other over there. All right. Well, God bless all y'all. Mary, God bless you, Kenneth Scott. God bless you, Lane. All y'all. I love it, y'all. Ain't nothing you can do about it. As mad as y'all are with me. I know you're mad. Hey, Ronnie. You doing all right now, man? Ronnie ain't going nowhere. See, me and Ronnie got a relationship. Me and Ronnie and Buchanan, we got a close relationship. We fight on Facebook and over here on YouTube, but Ronnie and I know each other. We know how this works. We know how this works. He love to get me stirred up, and I love to stir him up. So if y'all keep seeing Ronnie coming over here, it's because we like each other. We like each other. I told you he's in love with me. Because we was in school one day, and then we was in school, and then he put a box right there and say, you love me not. Put yes in this box if you love me, no if you don't. And I put yes in that box. And we've been together ever since. Monkey moves. Me and Ronnie, we love each other. All right, y'all, I'm going to go. Y'all pray for the United States of America so that we could get saved. But pray for the peace of Ukraine. Especially, more than anything, pray for Ukraine. Woo! Because Trump is in office and he's about to screw this all up. Putin got something on that man. Trump is afraid of him. He's protecting him. And I don't know how this is going to be resolved, but only God knows. I pray that the Holy Spirit step to the plate and do whatever he can to stop war from happening until we can see Jesus. But we all know that war is coming, not just rumors of war. And Trump said he was going to be a peace president. He's already causing too much conflict with the people who we love so dearly. Canada. He wants that to be the 51st state. Oh, I pray for the Canadians. This tariff is getting ready to hit them, and China and Mexico. And oh God, oh God, oh God. What did we do? I'm saying we because I live in America. What did we do? I know what we did. You gave us Saul. The people wanted a king because other nations had one. And because the people wanted a dictator, they voted for Donald Trump. And so Donald Trump is America's judgment. He told y'all what he was going to do. They're not even hiding anymore. They're telling you Negroes who you are to them. They're not hiding it in papers and in little social media, private backdoor groups. No, they're telling you in your face, you Negroes. When a plane falls out of the sky, that was DEI. When a bomb explodes, that's DEI. When a ship sinks, that's DEI. Everything that happens in America is DEI because they're telling you in your face. They're not hiding that no more, y'all. This is the Civil War all over again. And why is it happening? Because you wanted a king and you got it, and he became your judgment. I gotta go and pray for your people who work for the government. Because you used to be able to get a government job and you were secured until you retired. But now, I'm sorry to tell you, you voted for it. Buyer's remorse. your money go when you get your paycheck?
Put the money in the bag. Put the money in the bag.
What's in your wallet? Does it go to your home and your bills, or does it go to the church first?
Give me, I need.
And there was a saying that God first, and then
verses 16 and 17. Yes, sir.
And then home. And I think there's a problem with that saying, because it is kind of ambiguous, because ain't God in the home?
Preach up.
So what does it mean? I need an answer.
You can't handle the truth.
Answer.
Free your mind.
Bass.
Fellas, does it seem like you can't get a good woman? Ladies, wonder why you can't keep a man? Then read The 4 Women That Men Desire, Volume 1, by Sirwalterj to figure out how to break the cycle. Go to Amazon.com to get your copy today.